Hello, I'm Rob Waddington. I'm a professional guide and instructor here on Rutland Water. My little business is called rutlandwaterflyfishing.co.uk. Do a lot of fishing out here with beginners and more experienced anglers alike. And I do a bit of fly tying, and part of the series of flies we're going to tie for you today is a fly called a black and green tadpole. Now this black and green tadpole, very simple to tie, but probably the most effective fly at the beginning of the season, April, May, June. And then when we did a video on bank fishing with the Totally Awesome Fishing Show, we caught all the trout on the black and green tadpole. I'm going to show you how to tie it. Okay, dead easy to tie this fly, black and green tadpole. It's got a really lovely shimmering wiggly tail, which we're going to use with black marabou feather. It's from a turkey, very soft, comes in all sorts of different colours, and we're going to use some black marabou for this black and green tadpole. Okay, we want a little bit of weight in the head of this fly, so I'm going to put a little bead head on the hook. I've got a long lure hook, size 10, I think this is a long bodied lure hook, and I'm going to put a little green bead on it. If you can see this, it slides up. It's going to be tricky to see, I'm sorry. Slides up the head there, and I'm going to put this in my vise, and we're ready to start tying. Okay, first of all I'm going to tie the body in. I'm going to come quite close to that bead head. I'm going to really put a lot of turns around that bead head, and then just to make sure it's stuck in there, I'm just going to put a little bit of super glue on it with my little toothpick here. Just behind there. Then forget about it for a minute. I'm going to take the thread all the way down the body, touching turns, using the little thread you've got here to tie against, so it's nice and neat. All the way down there to about there. Clip that off. This is so simple, it's great, and it's so deadly, this fly. Now then, the marabou. Nice fluffy marabou. Going to take a pinch. A decent pinch, you know. Can you see that? Twist it. I'm going to put a bit more in. Some people say to me, Rob, why are your lures so big? Competition size is about that much. And I say, well, why do you think they limit the size in competitions? Because these are so good, these big ones. Right, got my tail here, big long tail. Twist it, lay it on the back of the body there, pinch it tight, move the thread up, and then pull it down between your tight fingers, and that should lock it in the back there. Lock it, lock it, lock it in. There we go. Just snip away some of this rubbish so we can see what's going on. I'm just going to bind that in, really make sure that it's solid. And I'm going to put a little bit of extra, a little bit of a tip here, guys. I'm going to put a little bit of shimmer in the tail. Some lovely little shimmering stuff here. What about that? Or what about that? Let's put some of this in. Let's show the fish something they really want, eh? Just going to tie that on the back there. So from the fish from underneath or from the back, doesn't see a lot of this shimmer, just sees a little suggestion of shimmer. And when the fish are fairly fresh early season, they're quite aggressive. We're going to hammer that. Okay, nice body now. We're going to use some chenille. Black chenille there for a bit of the body. Just strip away a little bit of one side and you've got left with the thread there. Tie that in. Yeah, I think it'd be nice to have a little sparkly silver rib on that. Thing is about fly fishing, guys, you can just make it up as you go along. That's what I do. I'm going to tie a little bit of silver tinsel thread in there. I'm going to use that as a rib later. So again, just tie that in. So I've got the chenille and I've got a tinsel, and I'm going to move my thread right up there. Let's tie the body in first. The black chenille. Just wrap it around the body, and it creates a nice woolly bit of volume there. Slight shimmer to it as well. Got a bit of thread I didn't want to put that. Up to about there, about 3/4 of the way up the body. I'm going to tie that off there. And then the rib, I'm just going to wind that round. It just strengthens the body as well, but gives it a little suggestion of flash. Creates a little bit of a segmented feel. And tie that in like this. Cut these off. Now then, the black and green. Where's the green? It's coming now. Okay, the green, the head bit of green is some green chenille, same as the black but green. Again, I'm going to strip a little bit of the thread away, tie that in. This is the bit that really attracts the trout, I think. Nice lime green chenille. Just a few turns of this, and then tie that off. Just behind the head. And I've put a green head there. You can actually, we can put a gold head, anything, just to give it a bit of weight down there, so it's going to wobble in the water. Tie that off there behind the head. Get my trusty whipping tool again. Not the neatest fly in the world, but I tell you what, this is one of the most effective. Bit of the old super glue again. Put a dob in there, so it's not going to come out. Not coming away. And there we are. Brilliant early season fly, black and green tadpole. There you go, black and green tadpole. Doesn't look much like that, but when this is wet, that really wiggles enticingly for the fish. Very good early season fly, probably the only one you need early season. The fish aren't far out or deep early season, so a floating line is perfect for that. There's a little bit of weight in there to take it down, and then just a little figure of 8 or a little bit of a pull to entice the fish. That's one tine. You can make your own. Here's another one. Put a bit of black fritz on there. Just the most popular fly, certainly on Rutland Water early season.